Hello learners, welcome to our next virtual learning for the day. I hope you are all doing well. Right, today we have mathematics for basic 6 and our strand is operations on fractions and our substrand is expression fractions with common denominator. Now before then, let us look at our learning objective for the day. Said at the end of the day, we should be able to express fractions with LCD, which means least common denominator. Least common denominator. Now let us look at our starter here and see whether we can consider some few things here that will help us to understand today's mathematics. Alright? So, the first one, in our previous lesson, I told you that anytime you see a fraction in this form or in this nature, you have to know whether the fraction isn't proper or improper. So, we consider the first one as what? Proper fraction, because the numerator is lesser than the denominator, as I told you in our previous lesson. And the second fraction is considered as improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So these are the two comparisons that will help you to know the types of fraction that you meet in mathematics. Now today we want to look at some few questions here. We have the first one. Before then, let us read the heading, which is express the following fraction using LCD, which stands for least common denominator. We want to find the LCM of these denominators that will help us to solve this fraction. So I'm going to do first one, which is 7 out of 10. Then I bring my comma, not plus, not addition or subtraction. Then 3 out of 5. Here I am going to find my LCM or the LCD, which is least common denominator. Now we know that 5 can go into itself 1 and can go into 10 what? How many times? 2 times. So we can say that our LCD is 10. Because 5 can go into 10 and 10 can go into itself. So we come here and you write 7 out of 10, 3 out of 5. So we know that our LCM or the LCD is LCD or M is what? 10. It doesn't stop there. We use the two denominators and then this 10 here will go into 10 and the 5 also will go into 10. But we have to take it one after the other. So we take first one, which is 10 go into 10 how many times? 1, only 1. Then you write 1 here. Or we multiply it directly. We multiply 1 times 7. That will give us what? 7. We bring the comma. Then 5 goes into 10. How many times? 2 times. 2 times 3 will give us 6. So we come here. We know that 7 and 6 are sharing the same what? Common denominator. So we write it as 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. This is how we write it. So 7 out of 10 and 6 out of 10. Now we want to find out what we've gotten here are the same as the question that have been given to us. So we say 7 out of 10 is the same as 7 out of 10. So our answer is correct. Now we want to consider the second one, which is 6 out of 10. They say 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5 is the same as 6 out of 10. Do we agree on that? Alright, let us solve it together and see. The question says 3 out of 5 is the same as 6 out of 10. Alright? So we cannot break this fraction, this one down, because that is a list. But we can break this fraction down. Another, we look for a number that can go into what? 6 and go into what? 10. So 2 goes here how many times? 3 goes into 5, 10, 5. So breaking down the 6 and the 10, we get what? 3 out of 5. We also get 3 out of 5. Hence, 3 out of 5 is the same as 6 out of 10. So it is correct. We also come here, we know that 7 out of 10 is the same as 7 out of 10. Right? I hope you understand this one. Alright, let's move on to the next question. The next question is question 2 is 3 out of 7, then 5 out of 8. What do we do here? You have to know your multiplication timetable. Right? 7 1 7, 7 2 14, 7 3 21, 7 4 28, 7 5. Yes, then you move on till you get this. So 7 times 8 will give us what? 56. 7 8 will give us 56. So our LCM is what? 56 is 56. It doesn't stop there. So 7 go into 56 8 times 3. That will give us what? 24. 8 3 will give us 24. Then we bring the comma. 8 go into 56. How many times? 7 times. Right? So 7 5 will give us 35. So we come here. Now in this case, know that 24 and 35 are sharing the same LCM. So we write it as 24 out of what? 56. Then we bring the comma. 35 out of 56. This is it. Then they said that in this case they are saying that 24 out of 56 is the same as what? 3 out of 7. And also 5 out of 8 is the same as 35 out of 56. So let us find out. So hence 3 out of 7 equals 24 out of 56. Remember, we are taking this and this, right? So 3 out of 7 equals 24 out of 56. So we look for a number that can divide what? 24 and 56. What are the numbers? 8. 8 goes here how many times? 3 times. And goes here how many times? 7 times. So hence we can see that who is that? We can see that 3 out of 7 is the same as what? 24 out of 56. Because when we break the 24 out of 56 down, we got what? 3 out of 7. Hence 3 out of 7 is the same as 24 out of what? 56. So we break this one down again, we go what? 3 out of 7, 3 out of 7. Hence, 3 out of 7 is the same as 24 out of 56. Alright, let's move on to the last question. The last question is, that's question number 3, which is 4 out of 9. Then comma 2 out of what? 2 out of 5. Then we find the same LCM. What you need to do in this case is multiply 9 by what? 5. So that you can do the work quickly. So 9 5, 9 1, 9, 9 2, 8, 9 3, 27, 9 4, 36, 9 5, then 45. Stop there. So our LCM is what? 45. Now, Now the 9 here will go into 45 how many times? 5 times. So 5 4 will give us 20. You bring the comma. The 5 will go into 45 how many times? 9 times. 9 times 2 will give us what? 18. So we know that 18, 20 and 18 are sharing the same what? Least common factor or least common denominator. Right? So we write it as 20 out of 45, right, comma, then 18 out of the same 45. Remember, they're sharing the same denominator. Then they are saying that 20 out of 45 is the same as 4 out of 9. So let us prove it in this case. So I write hence 4 out of 9 is the same as 20 out of 45. I have to break this one down. Alright, so to break this one down, which number can go into the 20 and go into 45? 5 goes here, 4 goes here, 9. So I have here 4 over 9 equals 4 over 9. Hence, 4 over 9 is the same as what? 20 out of 45. I hope you understand today's lesson. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.